Welcome, everybody. Gonna wait a minute while we let people roll on in. Good to see the early birds and those of you watching the video on demand. We'll start soon. Welcome, one and all, to Scotch and Smoke Rings. On October 23rd, the day the bombs dropped. That's right, today is Fallout Day. Bethesda had a big live stream earlier today with all sorts of announcements. Very interesting stream. Happy to be talking about that later. Solved computer problems with that computer over there. Happy to talk about that later. Making progress on a new video. Published a new video over the weekend. There's lots of excited stuff to look forward to coming up. Thanks to all of you for joining today. We've got Toby, Noble, and Roman on Facebook. Black Bull Gaming, your friendly Carringer Ben on Twitch. And of course, all of our regulars and members and Patreon supporters on YouTube today. The Vivid Kiwi Alt Grendel, Julian Z, Otto Von Grimm, Mr. VC Wyoming Homesteader, Greg Hinojos, Biff889, The Magic Q. Why do I feel like a lot of your names have changed? Sarah, your name is now Sarah X. Why have all of your names changed? That's really weird. And then Julian Z with the first super chat of the day says, "Hi Ox, so good to see you this evening. I need to hear your thoughts on the new Fallout content. Do you approve or do you have complaints?" Oh. I think you know where I'm going. Give me a second. Michael Fike says, "My birthday is on Sunday. Glad to catch this on Fallout Day. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Hope you have a wonderful day." Scoopy Snoopy says, "Good morning, Ox. How are you today?" I'm doing very well, Scoopy Snoopy. Good to see you. Random Fandom says, "Missed me? Always Random Fandom." The Magic Q says, Yes, Ox. I want to know your thoughts on the Bethesda showcase." All right. Okay. I know that there's so much negativity out there, particularly in the Fallout community. One of the things that I noticed when I first joined the Fallout community, having come from other gaming communities in the past, like the Blizzard communities, I was big in World of Warcraft for a long time. But one of the first things I noticed when I joined the Fallout community was just how venomous so many fans were. Not all of them, just some. And it was just striking, the difference. I was completely unprepared for it. I had no idea it was going to be like that. And it shocked me. It really surprised me. So one of the things I wanted to do when I made my channel is I didn't want to become cynical. I didn't want to become one of those YouTubers who just has nothing positive to say, who's always cynical, who's always complaining, who thinks that Bethesda has just crapped in a bucket every time they release something and make an announcement. I never wanted to be one of those guys, and I don't think I am one of those guys. I try to see the silver lining. I hope that I think that I try to see the silver lining in everything that comes out for Fallout. I try to give people a chance. I try to give the games a chance. I give the show a chance. You know, I try to give things a chance. So I'm really concerned that when I express my thoughts about the show, the Fallout Day show, that it's just gonna sound like I'm another one of those cynical Fallout YouTubers who makes his money by just crapping on everything Bethesda does because rage sells. Rage gets clicks. People click on rage thumbnails. People put ads on rage videos, and I'm just making another rage video. I never wanted to be one of those guys, and I know that it's going to kind of sound like that now. Because I watched the entire Fallout Day thing, and I just forgot about it immediately because it was nothing. It was so boring. It was so cringy. And I as somebody who worked in marketing for a decade, as somebody who lived the corporate life and worked with other corporate people and understands how they talk and how they come up with decisions. Like, I understand why they did the humor that they did. I understand why they made the presentation that they did, but it still just was so cringy. And yet there were some good things. Okay, here's the silver lining. The silver lining. It was really nice seeing some of the actors from Fallout, the Fallout show, make some of their cameos. In particular, the actor who plays Maximus came on and did a funny bit where he was drinking Sunset Sarsaparilla. That was really great. It was wonderful seeing a lot of the community stuff where some of the voice actors from the Fallout franchise came on. It was good seeing a lot of that. But the actual announcements that they made were underwhelming, and they hyped it up. They hyped it up to a point where, okay, well, I can't blame them for this. Maybe I shouldn't blame them for this. Maybe I should blame the community for this. Maybe we hyped ourselves up because, I guess I can't blame the community entirely because I know that, at least from my perspective, people who were on the in Bethesda kept on coming to me behind the scenes saying, you're not going to want to miss Fallout Day, Oxhorn, because they're going to be making a big announcement on the Fallout Day broadcast, Oxhorn. You don't want to miss it. I'm like, all right, well, what's it going to be like? We can't talk about it. We can't talk about it, Oxhorn, but you want to be there. I'm like, all right. So I showed up for it. But, there's a battle pass for Fallout Shelter now. So, yeah. That was kind of the big news. There were a couple of other things that they announced as well. But again, I have a very similar reaction to everything that they announced. They're coming out with an anniversary edition to Fallout New Vegas. And it comes with a box, a collector's box. It's the same game. So the game hasn't changed. But it comes with a box that apparently people collect. I don't quite understand it myself, and this is coming from someone who is a collector. Like, I like to collect things. I have a collection. But this anniversary edition, it comes with a collector's box. And this is in 2025, in a world where we all get our games digitally. It comes with a box that you collect. That's the announcement. To be fair, it comes with other things. It comes with a model of Victor, a little Securitron model, which is cool. Then it comes with a lot of paper. I've previously talked about how I kind of think that swag in the form of paper, collectibles in the form of paper, is kind of lame. I don't really like collecting paper, but people like paper. People buy cards, like trading cards and posters, all the time, stickers even. And this new anniversary edition, it comes with a lot of paper. There's some paper from the test you take in Good Springs when you first wake up with Doc Mitchell. Ink blot tests, replicas, that's some nice paper. Then it comes with more paper. I think there's some more paper in there somewhere, like folded paper. Anyway, it's a box with a model of a robot and a bunch of paper. And then the game, the same game, that was released 15 years ago. It hasn't changed. It's the same game. No remaster, no, it's the same old game. You're still going to have to do things to your computer to get it to work because it will not work out of the box on its own because it has not changed. It is the same game, but you get paper and a box. So there's that, which is great. Then they also announced a Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition as well. This one I don't think comes with a box or a lot of paper, but it does come with over 150 Creation Club items included. Now, at first, that sounds like a lot, right? It sounds like a lot. But then you remember how the marketing people and companies like this, they come up with their numbers. 150. So that doesn't mean that it comes with 150 creations. It means that it comes with 150 new items. And remember the Creation Club creations? I used to review them all the time. We're talking every Power Armor skin, every Pip-Boy skin, every weapon skin, right? So you've got the Gunner weapon skins, and those weapon skins work on all weapons, right? So that's 30 items right there. One skin on 30 different weapons, that's 30 new items. So yeah, over 150 new items that currently exist in the Creation Club are included in this 10-year anniversary edition of Fallout 4, which is nice. Free stuff is nice. I like free stuff. I'll take free stuff. I already have all of that. It's not new stuff, and I've already paid money for it. But it's free for people who don't have it yet, so that's nice. But then they're also releasing Creations, which is going to be different from Creation Club. And I guess I don't quite understand how it works, but apparently they're going to be combining the free mods section of the Fallout 4 interface with the Creation Club section of the Fallout 4 interface and simply having it all under a category called Creations. And then you're going to have to, I guess, sift through all of that to find your free mods and your paid Creation Club stuff. The good news that I hope that I understand this correctly is it sounds like they're going to start actually creating new creations now with the 10-year anniversary edition. They stopped for a very long time, 5 years ago, they were cranking out new creations for the Creation Club every month or so, and that was great. And then they stopped, and I think it was because of some lawsuits, mainly due to them using the phrase mini DLCs. They got sued because if you bought the deluxe edition or something, it came with all DLCs for Fallout 4. And people were arguing, well, it didn't come with any of the Creation Club creations, and you're marketing them as mini DLCs, so I believe those should be included as well. So I have no idea how that lawsuit changed or anything, but I think they stopped selling them for the Creation Club because of that. Anyway, it sounds like they've somehow gotten around all of that, and they're going to be able to start selling creations, which are going to be professionally and amateur-made mods, essentially, for Fallout 4. So that's good. I look forward to seeing what that kind of stuff is. And as we know from what's happened with much of the Creation Club content, some of it could become canonical. Like all of the Enclave stuff that was released years ago just suddenly became canonical. But it does mean that it's going to completely mess up your Fallout 4 installation again. And this is just the nature of playing a Bethesda game, in particular playing a modded Bethesda game. Every time they make an update to the game, it's going to completely break all of your mods. And this is one of the reasons why I haven't played with mods for half a decade, because I just can't keep up with it. I just can't keep up with updating all of my mods, with changing the load order of all of my ESPs and making sure that the NBs get, like, what happens is Bethesda will release a new version of Fallout 4, but then the mod author retired 3 years ago and isn't going to make an update to his mod. So now his mod is no longer compatible. But then that happens 13 times, and you have to go through each of your mods individually to find out which ones are now no longer compatible and disable them, and it just became way too much. So there's going to be more of that. There's going to be more of that for people who actually have a lot of mods installed, which might be a little bit frustrating. But again, this Anniversary Edition, it's still the same Fallout 4, right? The game itself hasn't changed. And it doesn't even come with a pretty box, I don't think. Not that I understand why people would collect a pretty box. But yeah, it's got all of the creation stuff. And did I mention that Fallout Shelter has a new shop now? A battle pass? I think I mentioned that. That was apparently really big. People were really excited about the new battle pass for Fallout Shelter. Watching the comments was really interesting. I was laughing. I was sitting there cackling, right? Because in typical Bethesda fashion, all of this drama, all of this buildup, right? They like have all of these commercials. There's a pre-show to the show. You had a bunch of people coming in and doing radio plays and audio shows. And then it's almost time. There's a countdown and there's the please stand by and everyone's getting really excited. And you've got everyone in the chat and everyone is saying Fallout 3 Remaster, Fallout New Vegas Remaster. All I want is a Fallout 3 Remaster, a Fallout New Vegas Remaster. Just tons and tons and tons of comments about remaster this and remaster that. And I knew there was never... They're not going to announce a remaster. I knew it. Like, part of me was kind of hoping, because they did do the Oblivion remaster, and which ended up being amazing, right? The Oblivion remaster was great, because Oblivion was great. And the remaster they did was wonderful, to the point where I was actually able to beat the game. So, I mean, they did do that. Maybe they've found time to somehow do that for Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. But as we've discussed on numerous occasions on this program, whenever anybody brings up the idea of a Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas remaster, I always try to tamp down expectations to avoid exactly this thing from happening. Because everyone in the chat had their hopes up about a remaster. And when we got to the end and they announced that Fallout Shelter was now having a battle pass, the chat exploded in anger. It was the funniest thing. They were just angry, so angry. That was the big news. They're like, what about the remaster? No, we're not getting that anytime soon. I've said that from the beginning. No remasters, don't expect it. Battle passes and everything. We'll get anniversary editions and cool collector's boxes with tons of paper. Expect a lot of that. But an actual remaster? No, definitely not. Especially, which is particularly egregious about all of this is that we're in the middle of a Fallout renaissance. The Fallout show is currently in production, right? We've got 5 or 6 years of a show. Probably. You know, if season 2 is really good, then sure, they'll greenlight season 3 and 4, but it's not going to last forever. We've got maybe 5 or 6 years of a Fallout renaissance, a window within which to maximize interest in the Fallout IP. This is the period of time that you start creating remasters, that you start making announcements about Fallout 5, which didn't even come up. No one even mentioned it, or something like that. And I just feel like all of that capital is being squandered. Now, it could be that maybe they've got the long game in mind and none of us do. Maybe they know that there really will be 3 or 4 other seasons of the Fallout show, which gives them time to put polish on a couple of the remasters that they're working on before they make any big announcements. And we don't have a window into that. So maybe they know what they're doing and we don't. But it just seems like this is such a great opportunity to start maximizing the content that you put out for Fallout during the Fallout Renaissance, which is going on right now, and it will not last forever. And I feel like that's not happening. Because the only other thing that they announced during the Fallout Day was, of course, Burning Springs for Fallout 76, which they previously announced, and it's the Ghoul. And again, I'll play it, and when it comes out for Fallout 76, I'll probably live stream it, because I do have a passive interest in that particular piece of content, mainly because I've been a fan of Fallout 76 for a long time, and I've been a fan of the Fallout show, so to see them converge is going to be interesting. But I'm a little bit worried, because it seems like the world area in Ohio that we get to explore, compared to the world area of the Fallout 76 map, is really small. It just seems small from what I've seen. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but it just seems, it's like Flatwoods. It's like the area of the forest. A little bit smaller than that, really, is what it kind of seemed like to me. So it didn't seem very big. And I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way, but does the ghoul look really bad? The character? Like in Fallout 76. And I realized, I sound like I'm one of those guys. I sound like I'm one of those Fallout YouTubers who is just crapping on anything Bethesda does. Nothing they can do is right. But this is how I really feel. I genuinely feel like it doesn't look good. Like the ghoul character looks really glossy, and maybe my expectations are too high. Maybe it's a limitation of the engine, or maybe just the lip syncing was wrong, because that was a big problem with the presentation. A lot of the lip syncing between all of the characters and all of the little promos that they published was all way off. There was just a lot of really weird things about the Fallout Day presentation that were just off. And then it looks like one of the big pieces of content that we're going to be getting with Bitter Springs is bounty hunter missions. Which, okay, cool. I really want story. I want a story to explore. I enjoyed being able to explore the story of Vault 63 with the Skyline Valley update. There was a lot of really interesting content that they published there. Some of it needed some polish, but at least they had some interesting storyline content. The Ghoul Within update was really small, and the Radiant Hills location was really boring, with the exception of that area where the ghouls go to rest, the last door. That was really interesting, but most of the Radiant Hills location is exceedingly boring. But at least there was a story there. And I'm really hoping that we've got more than just bounty hunter missions with the ghoul. And I have every confidence that we'll get more. I'm really hoping that the update is going to be really, lush and full with story and lore and all of that. But if it's just bounty hunter missions, then I'm going to be really disappointed. So yeah, that was the Fallout Day update. No remasters announced. Fallout 5 not announced. Lots of new boxes and pieces of paper, and a new battle pass for a mobile game. So, cheers. Was that yeah, that was 20 minutes. That was 20 minutes of me just venting. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You've all been chatting. I've answered one question. Let me get back to your questions. The Magic Q says, yes, Ox, I want to know your thoughts on the Bethesda showcase. All right, I've shared with you my thoughts. Julian Z says, it's okay, Ox. Give me in real life complaints. Let it out. I believe I did that. I let it all out. Random Fandom says it's my birthday, October 24th. I'm 28. Happy birthday to you, Random Fandom. Good old 28. You have survived. So many artists die at 27 for some reason. And you got to 28. So congratulations. Jersey says 2 weeks vacation almost done. Really needed it. Done nothing but sleep, eat, game, and repeat. Glad to catch a stream once in a while. Well, you know what? I hear ya. Sometimes it feels like you can be in a rut. I've certainly been there before, but it's good to have you here today. Sarah says, looks like YouTube made usernames your name. Ignore my ex. Okay. Yeah, it's strange. I thought there was something off. All of the YouTube usernames have changed for some reason. Alt Grendel says, here's a joke for you. Sir, you can't bring 20 pounds of putrid animal flesh on the flight. You'll have to leave it behind. Oh, that, said the vulture, that's just my carrion. The vulture had a carrion. Carry on. It's good. I'm trying to decide if I like it or not. I'm like right on the middle. Like I haven't heard it before. There is some wit there, but it's also, I don't know. Yeah, okay. All right. I like it. Thank you, Alt Grendel. Brother Mike says, I think Yes Man's upgrade is a house personality backup. We know he can do that from Raul talking about the brain scan robo scandal with his robo girls. Ooh, now that is an interesting touch. Could it be the Yes Man ending with House still winning when Yes Man goes to upgrade his personality? Interesting idea. Thank you, Brother Mike. Dark Lord says, hi, everyone. Hi, Dark Lord. Spoon says, hey, Ox, just wanted to drop by and thank you for your content and also ask if you're going to cover the Gleaming Depths raid in Fallout 76. Would love to help you out if you need people to help you through it. Much love. Thanks, Spoon. Probably not. I would love to, but it's just too much coordination and work. When I was doing my video on the Enclave, I went to the Gleaming Depths. I discovered it and I got as deep as I could. I couldn't get past the first boss. I realize it's probably because of my build. I know there are characters who are able to solo the entire raid. I am not one of them. And I really don't want to put the time and energy into, putting a team together to do it. So, I don't know, maybe someday, if I happen to see a raid going on there one time when I log in, I'll try and join it. But I'm not going to go out of my way to do that. That's one of the things about Fallout 76 and Fallout in general. One of the things about Fallout 76 as a multiplayer game that has grown to frustrate me is it's the kind of game that wants you to do what it wants you to do. Whereas all of the other Fallout games are games that will do what the player wants the game to do. When I play Fallout 4, I can go to Nuka World and I can talk with the raiders there. And when I'm done talking to the raiders there, I can leave and go do something else. I can go and work on my settlement. And then when I'm bored with working on my settlement, I can go to a dungeon and finish the dungeon. In Fallout 76, I can't do that. In Fallout 76, I've got this event flying in my face and that event flying in my face. Oh, and now I'm encumbered and I've got to go to a merchant and get rid of this encumbrance. And well, I better go to the legendary grinding machine because if I don't, I'm going to lose out on that. And oh, I'm in the middle of doing this, but now something is flying over saying that I've almost finished this task. And it would be really cool if I could go do this event, but there aren't any people doing the event right now. And it's not, I heard something about this Colossus that would be really cool to kill, but apparently I can only go there into the Monogamide and kill the Wendigo Colossus at specific times when the event happens. And the Gleaming Depths sounds fun, but really that's only feasible if there's actually a group of people. It's the kind of game where you can't do what you want to do when you want to do it. You have to hope that something is happening at the right time when you log in to get what you want out of the game, right? And it's constantly pushing you in all of these other directions. Even if you go into the game and you want to focus and do something, you're just constantly inundated with other things interrupting your gameplay. And maybe it's because I'm getting old and I'm starting to get distracted by that kind of thing, but it really puts me off. AI Radio says, hey, Ox, you should add Dead by Daylight to your list of games to play an interesting horror game here. You can try to survive the killer or be him. Dead by Daylight sounds interesting. Let me add it to my list. Double M Cooney 6225 says, hi, Ox, I can't stay due to how late it is, but I wanted to say hi, and I'm glad you're back to streaming. Thanks. Once a week, every week for 10 years now. I'm Bio says, hey, Ox, I love your Scotch and smoke rings. Thanks for laying my week every Thursday. Will you consider playing a game I played a while ago called In Rays of Light? It's a post-apocalyptic kind of game. Okay. In Rays of Light. Let me see. Oh. Oh, okay. I don't see it on Steam, but I think it says it's on the Windows Shop. All right, looks interesting. I'll have to look into it. Thank you. I'm Bio. Cam Demand 007 says, hopes for Fallout 5. Yeah, I have hopes that someday, before we die, we will get to play a Fallout 5. For so many of us, those hopes will be in vain. I hate to be morbid, but the odds are that some people watching this right now will know someone who dies before we see Fallout 5. I realize that that's a very morbid way to think, but those are the odds, right? If we look at what's happened with the Elder Scrolls 6. So, but yes, I do have hopes for Fallout 5. I live in hope. Thomas McCormick says, I don't know what people were expecting. Fallout 3 Remaster has always been on track for spring of 2027. Likely a shadow drop again. Again, listen, we don't have a date. We don't have a date for any remaster of Fallout 3. There has only ever been rumors, nothing ever confirmed by anyone from Bethesda, which is, of course, why they haven't announced it. So, Thomas, we don't have a date, right? Likely a shadow drop again. He says Fallout New Vegas remaster rumors had made the rounds, but all reputable game journalists have stated that it is just a rumor. Bethesda is all hands on deck for Elder Scrolls 6. Fallout 5 is years later. Fallout 76 is going to drip feed content to hold over players. And yeah, the ghoul being in Ohio is just a weird way to monetize on the show hype. So, I mean, Fallout 76 is being produced by a completely different studio, right? It's Bethesda Austin, I believe. Whereas Bethesda Maryland has always worked on the Fallout main games, Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. So presumably when Fallout 5 is greenlit, that it'll be Bethesda Maryland that is working on that. So nothing that's going on with Fallout 76 right now is interfering in our ability to get anything about Fallout 5. That is to say that Fallout 76 isn't detracting from Fallout 5. They're completely independent of each other because they're being worked on by different studios. That said, I do think that Fallout 5 has never been announced yet and will probably be delayed for quite some time because Bethesda Maryland is actively working on Elder Scrolls 6 right now. Elder Scrolls 6 got delayed because of Starfield. Now that Starfield is pushed aside, they're working on Elder Scrolls 6, and Fallout 5 won't be until that's done, right? So that's going to be a very long time. We're going to be waiting for a very long time. But yeah, I hope we get a remaster. You know, I personally don't care about a remaster for Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas because I've played those games already. I've played them. and I enjoyed them, and I've produced content about them, and I've liked them. But for people who have not yet been exposed to those games and can't due to technical limitations, for them, I hope a remaster becomes a reality. Jake Benz says, "Dear Lord, that live stream was buggier than the Commonwealth." Hey, Oxhorn. Yeah, it was. It was, I don't understand if that was Twitch's fault or Bethesda's fault or what, but it was really difficult trying to pay attention to the cool little cinematics and videos that they were putting together when the sound appeared to be desynced. Ken Robertson says, "I've come to the conclusion that Todd doesn't really care to make a new Fallout game. All I want is a bug fix patch for Fallout 4. Not going to happen." No, it's not going to happen. Usually when it comes to a year after the game has already been released, they're done with bug patches. And they leave the patching of existing bugs to the Fallout community with unofficial Fallout patches. So yeah, probably no bug fixing in the near future. Slamina Evil says, "Oxhorn, I always wondered if, what, where, and how a majority supramutant region, not some roaming army, sanctuary, or inclusive town would be to grow their self-civilizational lore, so to speak." Slamina, I'm parsing your comment, trying to understand it. It appears that you're asking what a supermutant civilization would look like, but then you exclude things like supermutant sanctuaries and towns and roaming armies. So I don't know what you're asking. Like a nation? Like what a supermutant nation would look like? Like the NCR as a nation, but a supermutant one? It's an odd question because, super mutants, when they're not under the influence of the master or gone rabid due to FEV, they're essentially humans, right? Virgil is essentially a human. Erickson is essentially a human. Marcus is essentially a human. They've been mutated by FEV, but they have reason like a human. They talk like a human. They've got sympathies like a human. Really, it's only Marcus who sympathizes with what the master was trying to do. If you talk to him at Broken Hills, he's like, "Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that the master's vision failed because it really would have been great for the wasteland, but that's ancient history, so I'm not going to worry about it now." But it's like, really? You think that his vision would have been good for the wasteland? And apparently he likes what the master was trying to do. But, yeah, so the question is odd because a supermutant civilization filled with rational supermutants would look a lot like a human civilization because they used to be human. It would be very similar. Cheng Yang 7654 says, "I was kind of disappointed. However, I was shocked that they added the Institute Gatling laser. But why the anniversary edition? Lol." I think that I think that was probably just a creation. We're going to be getting a lot of stuff like that with the new anniversary edition of Fallout 4. We're going to get a ton of new creations. Most of them are going to be skins, right? If the Creation Club is anything to go by, we're going to get a ton of skins. We're going to get lots of dog skins. We're going to get lots of Pip-Boy skins. We're going to get lots of power armor skins and armor skins and skins. And maybe, if we're lucky, some new weapons. Because I have to say, some of the best Creation Club content were the completely unique weapons. However, some of them were really frustrating because they were clearly based on the combat rifle. It's like they started with the combat rifle and built on top of it to create something new. At least it looked like a completely new weapon, but they reused a lot of the animations. What'll really be nice is if they start coming out with new weapons for the Creation Club that have completely new animations, reloading and firing animations as well, instead of reusing the ones from the combat rifle and the shotgun. Jake Ben says, "Also, Ox, I've seen a Facebook page with your name on it. Is that your Facebook page or is it fake?" I don't know what you've seen, so I don't know. I do have a Facebook page, and I'm broadcasting to it right now. which is why I'm seeing some of the chat from Facebook. Sierra Worsham on Facebook says, ooh, any news on Ox streaming The Outer Worlds too? Maybe. I really enjoyed The Outer Worlds 1. So maybe. We'll see. Anyway, if I'm not live on it, then it's probably a fake. There are some fakes out there, and I don't have time to take them all down. Like, there are a ton of TikTok fakes out there of me. Jake Benz says, that was Jake Benz. Thank you, Jake. Brother Mike says, any tips for a new Fallout content creator? Also been working on the Yes Man theory for a while. P.S. Love the mic. Thought I was the only one who got it. Yeah, no, they reached out to me and gave this to me for free. And they didn't even ask me to do anything, right? It was just for free. It was very kind. And I love it. It's really high quality. So I'm using it for my broadcasts as well. My only tip there are a lot of tips I could give you. We could really get granular, especially with how YouTube is evolving these days. But my biggest tip is to find a unique thing to say and maintain your voice. Don't chase trends. You're going to be tempted to chase trends. You're going to be tempted to look at what everyone else on YouTube is doing because, there is some wisdom there. You want to be successful, and people who are doing a thing on YouTube have found success. And so by imitating them, you too will be producing content that people on YouTube like to watch, and therefore you may find success. And it's good bearing that in mind, but people also like something new. They don't want to hear an echo chamber. I mean, some people, especially when it comes to politics, they like hearing an echo chamber. But when it comes to art and when it comes to games, they don't want to hear the same thing rehashed over and over again. They want a unique flair to whatever it is you're wanting to do, whether it's lore, whether it's weapons, whether it's builds. Find something that you're passionate about, that you think you can talk about for a long time, and then put your unique spin to it, and you're going to do fine. Robert Barnes says, to be fair, the remaster of Oblivion was never announced, then randomly dropped. They could pull a similar situation with Fallout 3. Like you said, they have weird ways of capitalizing on the Fallout craze. Yeah, and honestly, I think that's the best way to go about it. Because when you announce something months or years ahead of time, you build anticipation that you can never fulfill. No matter what happens, you're going to disappoint, if not the majority, then at least some of your viewers, of your gamers, because their expectations will never match the reality of what you give them, right? The only way to defeat that is if they never have an opportunity to come up with their own expectations. And the only way you can rob them of that opportunity is to drop it in their lap when it's already done. So that they just go, oh, a Fallout 3 remaster, it's here, let's play it. I mean, that's not to say that you can't completely bungle a remaster by leaving bugs in and, doing a half-assed job. But that's one way to avoid many of the marketing pitfalls that Bethesda has slipped into in the past. Plus, the Oblivion remaster was just genuinely well done. Alt Grendel says, are they even working on Fallout 5? To my knowledge, no. The only reason we talk about it is because you have to, right? It's your franchise. People are craving a new Fallout game. You've got this Fallout TV show. It's been 10 years since your last single-player Fallout game. I mean, if you're not working on it now, you're crazy. And it's been 10 years. That's the frustrating thing. If they're not working on it now, and they might not be because they're busy working on Elder Scrolls 6, then when they do finally start working on it, how many years are we going to have to wait? We've already waited how many years for Elder Scrolls 6? It's been 10 years since Fallout 4, and they haven't even started work on Fallout 5 yet, that we know of. Is it going to be 20 years between Fallout games? That's insane, right? Will Eventually C. Alt Grendel gifted 5 Oxhorn memberships to the community. Thank you so much, Alt Grendel. And congratulations to Bob Billy, Sarah Slack, Mothman, My Man, and Pop Blender. Thanks again, Alt Grendel. Walter Fijan says, hey, Ox, what's new? Well, my friend, you should probably scrub back to the beginning of the broadcast. We've been live for about 40 minutes now, and I talked a lot. I have talked a lot. Lovely Redhead says, thanks for you being you. Thanks for you being you. Well, thank you very much, Lovely Redhead, a member for 38 months and a bronze ox. 8-Bit Jiggy, with a very generous super tip, says, hey, Ox, I'm looking on starting a YouTube channel. Do you have any advice? Also, what did you think of the broadcast? P.S. I've been a fan since your Fallout 3 videos, and your content has helped me through a lot of tough times in my life. Well, 8-Bit Jiggy, that's extremely kind. I literally just answered both of those questions, though. Like, I literally just answered both of them. But essentially, my advice for starting a new YouTube channel is to figure out what you want to say it in your own unique way, and be consistent. And as for the broadcast, I went on a 25-minute rant at the beginning of this episode, talking about all of my thoughts concerning the broadcast. The one thing I haven't said yet is that I thought the acting was completely unnecessary, and I don't understand why they felt that was necessary, because every time, and I don't want to hate on the employees, because I know that they were just paid to be there and to make it entertaining and engaging, but whatever script they were following and whatever way they thought that they were being entertaining just wasn't. It wasn't entertaining. It was really cringy, and I just sat there going, because I remember being in that same situation. And it's hard to say no when you work for someone who pays your bill, right? Okay, I'll give you an example. I think I've given this example in the past, but I used to work for a company, and I was in the marketing department for that company. And my boss, the CEO of the company, he saw the Harlem Shake on the internets. And he says, this is funny. We need to do the Harlem Shake as a company. And literally everyone in the company was like, no, we do not. No, we do not need to do the Harlem Shake. We need to sit down at our desks and do our work, because we've all got meetings, we've all got deadlines. But the boss came in and he said, this is for company culture. We need to do the Harlem Shake. It'll be good for our socials. Brandon, don't you agree? Because I was the marketing guy. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think it could hurt. So that's what we did. We all got into the, we had an open plan office, and they put up the camera, and they started playing the music. We were all standing there doing nothing. The music, do the Harlem Shake. And they were all just going like this, going crazy. And then it was so cringy and embarrassing and awful. And of course, I put it on social media. And you know how many people watched it? Like 12. It was a really low number. And any comments we got were people not impressed. They're like, what is this? The thing is, our customers were all hoteliers. So they were very professional people who are not big on like memes, right? So none of them got it. And they were the ones who followed us on social media. It was just, but so I share all of that. I share all of that to say that I kind of understand where these employees are coming from. You've got people above you who think they know what's funny. They think they know what memes are. They think they've got their fingers on the pulse of the internet, and they tell you to do something. And now you've got to do it and somehow make it work when it's a horrible idea to begin with. And that's what I felt watching all the little skits that the Bethesda employees interspersed into the presentation. They were not funny. They were not cute. You know what I really liked? I forget his name. This was years ago, back when Overwatch 1 was a thing, back when I actually played Overwatch. We're talking 5 or 6 years ago. There was a community guy named Jeff for the Overwatch team. And every month or so, whenever there was an update, he would come on camera and he literally would just sit down and go, hey, everybody, here's what we're doing for Overwatch. And he would talk about it and he would give you factual information. And he was a charming man, and he was honest and passionate, and he shared his thoughts eloquently. And I looked forward to those videos every time, even when I wasn't playing Overwatch, because he made it interesting. He gave me information, and his delivery was good, and his charisma was good. And that's the great way to deliver gaming information to gamers. The bad way to deliver gaming information to gamers is to hype them up with a bunch of ridiculous, cringy skits and then announce a battle pass for a mobile game and a box. I'm done. I gave everybody my thoughts. I don't need to do it again. Jake Benz says, when you build the anticipation by announcing a game release, I notice you get a lot of hate from some content creators on YouTube as well. Yeah, and that's one of the things I wanted to avoid. I talked about that at the beginning. People need to understand that there is an economy of anger content on YouTube, that there's an entire anger machine that works day in and day out to make you angry, to produce rage bait to make you angry, because that gets clicks. And clicks drive ads. And these people go out of their way to find every and any reason to hate on something you love and to make you outraged. They do it with politics, they do it with games, they do it with film, they do it with everything, because that's their business. And it's true in the gaming community as it is with politics, right? So you've got Fallout and Bethesda content creators who are never going to treat an issue honestly, because their job is to make you angry. And so they're going to make content that makes you angry, right? And I don't want to be that guy, but I also want to be honest. And so when I do get upset, when I do get angry, when I do get passionate, I want to share that with you, with the caveat that I'm not making any money by being angry right now. I'm going to continue to go and do my lore content and try and do that as honestly as I can. But this is still how it made me feel, right? I still walked away feeling like I didn't understand what I had just watched. I walked away cringing at all of the ridiculous employee skits. I walked away upset that a new anniversary edition of games that I love have just given me various new ways to consume paper. And we got essentially nothing new out of it. Like it was super hyped up, and we essentially got nothing new out of it. Crimson Beast 64 became a gold ox. Thank you, Crimson Beast. Jake Benz says, I became unemployed for refusing to do the Harlem Shake in my lab with a patient in my examination room. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Really? Your boss fired you? Probably because you weren't being a team player, because you were refused to do the Harlem Shake. It was insane. Like everyone was doing it. I still don't get it. What was the Harlem Shake? Was it like a real song? I still to this day don't know what that was. I only knew about the meme because my boss came to work talking about it. I never saw it on my own organically. And then an hour later, I'm in my office doing the Harlem Shake, not even understanding what it is. Dathica says, hey, Ox, I'm always lurking, lol. Would you consider playing would you consider playing Dead Reset? Great acting, fun and campy game. Love ya and your devotion to your passions. Dead Reset. Let's see. Dead Reset.
Peggy 18.
Whoa. That's a problem. Why is that going out there? I'll have to fix that. Okay. Trapped in a terrifying death loop, Surgeon Cole Mason is kidnapped and brought to an underwater facility forced to operate on a patient to extract an evolving parasitic horror. Dead Reset is a blood-soaked interactive horror where each death brings you closer to the truth. Holy cow, this seems really interesting. It completely flew under my radar. I've never heard of this. It's live action? Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, I can see why you said campy. All right. I mean, it looks kind of interesting. I might have to check it out. Thank you. Charlie LeBron says Ox Bethesda behaves like a real-life Vault Tech. Okay, I realize that you're joking, right? But they don't. Like, real-life Vault Tech killed people. Bethesda doesn't kill people. They're cringy at sometimes. Like, they're very corporate. The thing with Bethesda is that they've lost their edge. And the reason they've lost their edge is because they've gotten so big. When Interplay was young, when the internet was smaller, when the gaming community was niche, and the over-the-top isometric RPG gaming community was even nicher, they could get away with being really silly and being honest, just like showing up to the forums and having the developers chat with the fans and doing stuff like that. Like, having unfiltered opinions. They could get away with that because everything was small. But in 2025, with a company that just recently got acquired by Microsoft, they can't get away with that anymore. They have to be safe. And so, because they have to be safe, they lost their edge. Did you notice that during the show, even though we're all there because we love playing a mature rated game, they self-censored all swear words? You know, I don't swear, right? Like, I get not wanting to swear, but it's one thing to not swear because you just don't swear, but it's another thing to really want to swear, but then to swear and then censor out your swear. It's like you're saying, oh man, I'm so edgy, I'm going to do a swear. Are you ready? Here's the F-bomb. Beep. They censored all the swears, right? Like, we're sitting there talking about a game with blood and guts and bloody mess perks and dismemberment, and then they're just like, this is effing and jeffing, right? Bethesda has lost their edge. They can't get away with off-the-cuff comments anymore because there are so many people watching and so many people they can offend. And it's partly their fault and partly our fault. It's partly our fault because there are some people who go out of their way to find reasons to be offended. And the biggest targets are the ones they go for. These are people who are just not content enjoying something, not content listening to an opinion that isn't their own, not content listening to a personality that kind of clashes with them. They have to find something to oppose. And so they go after the big fish. And so companies that are in the business to make money, which Bethesda is, they do the safe thing. And they be cringy. And they've got cringy jokes. And they lose their edge. And that's what Bethesda has become. They're not Vault-Tec, though. They're not Vault-Tec. Sarah says, would Obsidian be the one to release the New Vegas remaster? Probably not. It would probably be Bethesda. Jake Ben says, I was trying to diagnose the poor fella and help him. And when I said I'm a doctor, not a Vine or TikTok star, they canned me. Oh my God, I can't believe that. It's funny and it's awful at the same time. Just, wow. That's insane. I mean, you made them feel like a fool because you were essentially telling them that you're more professional than they are and they're your boss. Samurai Revan says, don't worry, Ox, I live in Maryland next to their studio. I'll pay them a visit, so if you get a random job offer, you're welcome. Samurai Revan, Thank you very much. It's extremely kind. At this point, I don't think I would accept a job offer from Bethesda. There was a time in my life when I really, really, really wanted to work at a game studio, to be like a writer or a director, just to be in the creative process of making a game. And there's still part of me that really yearns for that, right? But I'm also kind of to the point now where I'm really set in my ways, and it's hard for me to not be in creative control, because I've been in creative control for so long. With my YouTube channel, I'm in charge. I do everything. And when you join a team environment, suddenly you have to make concessions. And that's what I found myself having to do a lot of times when I was in the corporate world, is to try and be political, which I can do, I just hate doing it, right? I prefer just kind of getting the work done, especially if I have a vision for it and I know what I want to do. I know what's going to work, and I just want to sit down and do it. But the problem with working with other people is you've got a lot of other people who don't see the same vision that you have, and you've now got to communicate that to them. And you can't just communicate it to them with words. You've got to do it in a way that they're going to be open to. So suddenly you have to become a politician as well. And it's that sort of thing where I'm like, I'm just not interested in that. So, I don't know. Maybe if the stars aligned, I would consider a job in the corporate world again. But at the moment, I'm really happy with what I'm doing. Chen Yang says, let's play Which Character Said This Line? And here I was wanting to spend the day reading Proust, and then you have to ruin it. I remember it. I recognize it, but I don't remember where it's from. Oh, that was Deacon. That was Deacon from Fallout 4 when he engages in combat. And you had to ruin it. Okay, let's see where we are. Okay, we're over time. Alt Grendel says, time, Oxhorn. Thank you very much. So, this game, I don't think it's very long. I think it's only a couple of hours. So it might not be that much longer of a broadcast, but I'll go for as long as I can. Deuteronomus says, Ox, as a writer, how would you write how/when the ghoul became a ghoul? Based only on season 1? It's tricky because, the nuclear bombs drop in the valley right before his eyes, and he tries to outrun them on a horse. So the fact that he survives means that he found shelter close at hand. There was something very close by that he had to get into in order to survive the initial shockwave of those bombs that dropped, a couple miles away, right? On one hand, due to them dropping information about Bakersfield, part of me thinks that maybe the ghoul was one of the people who was put into Vault 12, right? Perhaps his wife or his ex-wife and his daughter were placed in another vault, and Cooper Howard was placed in the Bakersfield vault, which we know was leaky, and everyone inside became a ghoul, which could explain how he became a ghoul. And yet, I struggle to think how he could have possibly gotten all the way from Hollywood to Bakersfield when the bombs are dropping right in the middle of Hollywood. So that seems like a really long trek. Jake Ben says, HR didn't appreciate my comment simply because our CNAs were all doing it. The internet has taken over. It's crazy that you got fired for something like that. All right, I need to fix my audio issue. Let me get that done, and then we'll play the game. Okay, why is my computer sound not going to... my headphones?
Paul Mason, 34, at Westwood Hospital.
I'll bullet point this. That thing kills everyone. And every time it does,
I'll kill you right now!
There's still so much you don't know.
what did you people do to me? We need to run.
Yeah, 1 second. It's still got a problem here. Jake Ben says, Ox, check your headphone jack. My headphones are working fine because I can still hear sound through them. It's just the sound that comes from this computer to there is now going through a different set of speakers, which shouldn't be happening. Let me try and do a couple things real quick. Okay, can you hear that? If you guys can hear it, then I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, Twisted Gallery. Play. Jake Benz says Todd Howard strikes again.
Peggy 18.
Wow. Okay, can you hear the footsteps? There should be footsteps. I hear footsteps. Can you hear footsteps? Craig says yes. Okay, as long as you can hear that, then that means it's working. So I can't hear it through my headphones for some reason, but I can hear it through my speakers. But you can still hear it through the game, and that's what matters. So we're good. Okay, so this is an indie game called Twisted Gallery. I don't know much about it, but apparently it's a gallery that's twisted. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's super twisted. We got twisted art on the walls. There we go. More twisted. Twisted gallery stuff. Looks like there's an obelisk in the middle of the foyer here. Whatever that is. Pretty cool. And computers. Oh, dear. Well, something bad is going on in this gallery. We've got some gobbledygook on the monitors. Okay, let's go. Or not. All right, I can't open that door. That's a sliding door outside, and I can't open it. Let's go check out this door. What's this? Oh, these are employees with blurred faces and a door that I can't use. All right, these are instructions. WASD, shift, and right click. Oh, right click is sprint. Interesting. Okay, here we are at our first gallery. 8-Bit Jiggy says, will you treat the Elder Scrolls games like Fallout? No. I've played the Elder Scrolls games. I've live streamed myself playing all of Skyrim. I've live streamed myself playing all of Oblivion. But I won't be treating the Elder Scrolls games like Fallout because I'm just not as interested in the universe as I am in the Fallout universe. Right. So this is pretty cool. We got a painting on the wall. We've got some neon signs that say believe, though I think those are probably LEDs. Got an old CRT with some cassette tapes and stickers. Is that Sailor Moon? Dear God. And Mickey Mouse. Oh, yeah, they could get in trouble for that. Let's hope Disney doesn't discover they've put a Mickey Mouse sticker in their game. All right, then we got some sort of sculpture here. Looks like there's a red cube on display here. There's a bust flying out of the wall. We've got an archer. We've got a spearman. We've got a bookcase. And another door. All right, vents on the ground. Looks like there's a fire. And that's it. Okay. All right, pretty spooky. Let's keep going. Thank you for visiting the gallery. Is that it? Please proceed forward to explore. Warning, if you notice anything unusual during your visit, please turn back immediately. Oh. All right. What's this? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. dot, dot, dot. Well, we've got 0 check. So that was exhibit 0. This is exhibit 1. But it's the same exhibit. Is it? All right. I don't see anything has changed, so let's keep going. Crimson Flare says, "Hey Ox, what's your favorite Fallout lore retcon?" It's got to be. Actually, it's probably the Pip-Boy. I was going to say the power armor frame, but the Pip-Boy, the way the Pip-Boy is used in Fallout 3 is excellent. It used to be a tablet. In Fallout 2, it was described as a tablet that you could slide into a slot, kind of like an iPad before iPads. Oh, we're back to 0. Oh, crap. But in Fallout 3, it really became a wrist-mounted device. Well, wait, if we're back at 0, then did we miss something? Ah, we're back at 0. Oh, crap. No. Okay. So we got to go back to 1 and find something that's different. All right. So look carefully. You guys are going to have to help me because I'm bad at this kind of thing. This is what it looks like. This is 0. Let's take a snapshot in our minds. Because when we get to 1, something will have changed. And we're going to have to figure out what that is. Okay. Let's go to 1. Here we are at 1. What has changed? The bookshelf says IMG Snap. Like the order of the books? I can't jump. But the number went up, which means that something changed. We have to... oh, is it the lamp? But it means we've got to turn around and go back. Because we know something has changed. We just got... oh, there's blood on the seat. That's what it is. There's blood on the seat. Holy cow, this is going to be hard. That's the very first one? All right, well, I found it. There's blood on the seat. Okay, we found something unusual. Let's go back. Hopefully, we'll be at Exhibit 2. Yes! 2. Okay. So we got to find what changed here. The blood is gone. Oh, man, I'm going to really know this room, won't I? Ah! Okay, I think we found it. Ah! What? Oh. I think we found it, everybody. Yeah. All right, so we go back now, right? That was great. I love that. So then if we go back, that means this should be 3. Yeah. All right, let's find it. Let's find it. Man, now I'm tired. What changed? My shoulders are sore now. Okay, well, we already know that some of them are really tricky because that blood on the chair was really hard to see. Would have been very easy to miss it. Is it the names of these cassettes? Destroy Undead. Running. No, these all look the same. Believe. Painting looks the same. Oh, I don't know what it is. Maybe we looked at it without realizing that it had changed. And so we're going to be okay. Is it this door? Okay, well, I don't know what it is. Oh, chat says they think it's the arrow. Oh, you think it's the arrow? Where was it pointing earlier? Well, I thought it was pointing there. Like, I don't think that's it. But I can't see anything else. So, I mean, sometimes they're subtle. Is it like the lights, the way the lights are pointing? All right, so we've got a light pointing at the painting. We've got a light pointing at the bookshelf. We've got a light pointing at the guy coming out of the wall. And then we've got a light pointing at believe. All right, I'm gonna risk it. Let's go back. Hopefully we saw whatever was different. And so we're gonna move on to exhibit 4. No, crap. Back to exhibit 0. So we didn't catch it. What was different? It's not the arrow. Look, the arrow is exactly the same. What was different? All right, well. All right, let's move on to 1. Okay, so we're back at 1. Oh! It's a reference to that movie. I forget the name of it. Not Interstellar, it's the other one. It's the one with all the walls moving in on each other, something like that. Okay, well, we found it. It's a top. So is that enough? I think that's enough. Inception. Yes, thank you, chat. Oh, is it going to fall? Is it going to fall? Come on. Did we wait for it to fall or did we just sit here forever? All right, well, here we go. True. Okay, we found 2. For Pete's sake. Oh. Clueless and Callie says, if nothing is wrong, move forward. Oh, really? Oh, thank you, Clueless and Callie. Oh, okay. I assumed there would be something wrong. Okay, so I don't see anything wrong, so let's keep going. But then will this be 2 as well? 3. Oh, hey, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. If nothing is wrong, move forward. They're going to do something stupid like change the way the wires are in the LEDs, aren't they? How would I be able to spot something like that? Oh. Oh. Oh, what? Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Okay, well, that's something wrong with that. Do I touch it? Do I wait for it to fill the whole place? Okay, I'll touch it. Yeah, no, I touched the black. I touched the black. How far is it going to go? Wow. Okay. Well, it goes for a while. I don't think I want to wait anymore. So I guess we'll go back. Four. I don't see anything. Okay, we're going to keep going. Five. Okay. I don't see anything. Okay, I guess we'll keep going. Okay, let's go. Six. Oh, this is different. Run. It says run. From what? I don't want to run. Okay, well, we found it, which means we should go back. And this should turn to 7. Yes. Whew. All right. You know they're going to throw something small at me to try and trick me. I'm waiting for them to just change the names of one of the tapes. Something small like that just to throw me off. Okay, but I think this one is unchanged. So, let's go. Eight. Okay. Another one that has been unchanged. The light's all pointing the same way, yeah? Okay, well, I think we keep going. Come on, 9. Give me a 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. No! What did I miss? Oh, no, I missed something. What did I miss? Okay, let's go to 1. The 76th Doctor says, what do you think happened to Liberty Prime during the show's events? Do you think he's still at Boston Airport, or do you think he got disassembled and taken to the West Coast via the Prydwen? The thing is, we don't know if it was ever built. Remember, it needs the Soul Survivor's help to be built. And if the Soul Survivor chose to side with the Minutemen, we can still have the Brotherhood alive, but the Prydwen never built. Okay, so we know there's something here, because this is 1. So what is it? Actually, no, we don't know. That's right, because we can get to 2 by going forward. I don't see anything. All right, let's go forward. Let's get to 2. Gabriel Martin says, hey, Ox, remember that one thing that happened and stuff which caused other stuff to happen in the Fallout franchise? I do remember that one time the things happened with the Whatsits, and then the stuff happened with the thingamabobs, and then it hit the fan. I think I made a video about that. All right, 2. Oh, there's a little mini. There it is. Look at that. It's a mini setting. It's a mini place setting on the table of this exact scene. That's clever. Okay. Well, we found it. So let's go back. Three. There we go. Ah! Oh! Oh! It's an optical illusion. Oh, I see. So if we... Clever. Look at that. If we stand right there... This forces us back, though. Okay, well, that's it. So we go back, and this should be 4. Four. Gah! Oh, no, no. Yeah, all right, the ring. So it's a ring reference. Very nice, very nice. super creepy. I think that's it. So we go back from 4. This should bring us to 5. Boom, 5. Well, a lot's going on in this this little TV recliner station. It's doing a lot of the heavy lifting. The blood was here. The little place setting was here. The TV thing happened here. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. You know they're going to do something small, like this is going to turn into a staff or a tree or something, and that's going to be like a lollipop. And I know they're going to change that painting at some point. They're going to put something weird on the painting. But I don't see it. If there's a change here, I don't see it. So let's keep on going. We're at 5. This should bring us to 6. Yeah. Okay, good. Right, again, nothing. So I'm thinking this is going to lead us to 7. I hate to be hasty, though. That's how I got boned last time. But, all right, move on to 7. No! What? Oh, my God. This is infuriating. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we see that one. That one's not very subtle. It's just a lot of fire alarms on the back wall. It's just silly. It's not even scary. It's just weird. Okay, well, 1 to 2. There we go. We're at 2. Someone had said the statue had moved. Is that what it was? Okay, well, how can you tell where they're looking? They're not real heads. All right, so far I'm not seeing anything with this one. Okay, let's keep going. Come on, 3. 3. Why does this feel different? Must be in my imagination. I'm second guessing myself now. Okay, I don't see anything. So I'm guessing we move on to 4. All right, 4. Come on, 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 come on. No! What did I do wrong? Ugh. Check the back of the chair, says Samurai Ravan. Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't been checking the back of the chair. Little things like that you don't think of. Oh, there's a book on top of the bookshelf. Am I just now noticing that? Or is that new? Am I just now noticing that? I think that's new. Okay, if that's new, then this should be too. It is. Hey, yeah, look at, oh, okay, well, that's different. We got this guy going the other way. And look at that. The book is not on top of the bookshelf. So that was new. All right, well, we found the difference here. Cool. So then back this way. Three. Ha ha, I knew they were going to do that. It's got a sausage on the spear. Well done, guys. Crimson Flare says, would you consider playing Getting Over It? I have played Getting Over It during my charity live streams. Every Christmas time, I play a variety of indie games, and I played Getting Over It not last Christmas. It was the Christmas before last Christmas, I think it was. But yes, I have played it. Okay, that was 3. So let's go to 4. 4. Back of the chair, you said? All right, I'm thinking this one is not changed. Gosh, it was a small change. A book on top of the bookshelf. It's just these teeny tiny things that they're going to get you with. All right, I think we keep going. Let's keep going. Yes, 5. Oh, that's new. That was not in the room. I don't think. Was there ever a camera in the room? I know the lights were in the room. I spent a great deal of time looking at the lights because I was looking at the direction. I don't remember a camera ever being in the room. I think that's new. I'm going to go for it. I think it's new. Let's go. This should be 6. Yes. Yeah, look at that. No camera. Okay. Back of the chair, says chat. Nothing there. If it's like they turn the head slightly, that would just be cruel. Because it's such a weird polygon statue that there's no way I'm going to remember the exact stance. But I don't think anything here has changed. So we're going to keep going. Let's move on. Yeah, 7. It's like the back of a dollar bill. Okay. Eight. All right, I think this is the highest we got earlier. Oh, these are off center. The lights are off center. Oh, that's the head. Ah! 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 I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, were the lights always off center? You see how these are staggered up to the north a little bit, and then these are staggered down to the south? Were they always that way? Because you can't have two, right? So we see this. I don't like it. Ew. All right, we found it. Let's go. Nine. Okay, they were always staggered. I think. Okay. Back of the chair. No. That was creepy, man. That was this is a clever idea. All right, I think we're good. I think we're safe on this one. Let's keep going. Hopefully it should bring us to 10. Okay. No! What? What did I miss? I should just look at everything. All right, so the stances are facing forward. Right arm at the side. Because I know they will change that. It just hasn't happened yet. All right, let's keep going. Two. Oh. Now that's a creepy face. That's a creepy face. Creepy face in the bookshelf place. I love it. Three. The exit sign said X'd, says Dreamscape. Is that what that one was? God, I got to look at the exit sign. Oh, there's a shadow. Oh, there's a shadow. Oh, there's a shadow of some creepy dude. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, filthy. Filthy. Ah. Some of them are very subtle. Some of them are not. Okay. Yep, we'll go to floor 4. Oh, that was creepy as all heck. Loved it, though. All right, exhibit 4. God, how many different variations of this one exhibit have they done? X'd? No, it says exit. It's just a hand. Okay, I think we're safe on this. Okay, well. Huh? 5. Oh, hey, look at that. I caught it. Ha 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 ha. 6. What? Oh, oh. Lie. Come on, really? Lie is a slightly negative word, so it might be scary in this situation. All right, we got the lie. Seven. Oh, noose. Noose. Ooh. The noose is loose. In your caboose. 8. Okay, I'm thinking this. Oh, what? Really? So, is that a smiling face? Or is it like a Goomba from Mario? Is it a smiling face? Or one of those mushroom people from Mario? I can't tell. Well, whatever it is, it's creepy and we found it. Let's go to 9. 999. This is the farthest we've gotten. We haven't actually been to 10. Does it go beyond 9? Because it doesn't look like you can fit 2 digits in there. Maybe 9 is always a dud. Because then they'd have to make the plaque larger to fit 2 digits. Let's look closely because I need to know. I need to know for sure whether or not they'll actually have a 10. Okay, I think we keep going. I don't see anything different. If this goes back to 0, this had better not go back to 0. Come on. 10, 10, 10, 10. Exit! Yeah! Okay, that is the exit. 28 of 40 found? So there are 12 that I still haven't found yet. I got to the end. Well, what happens when we go out this door? Oh. Do we go into the light? We go into the light? Roll credits. That's the game. And they made bank. Look at this. You got like 3 guys in the credits. It's a clever idea. The little things that you find in the effects, everything is from Free Sound. They didn't spend any money. They got all of the sound effects from freesound.org, which incidentally is where I get my sound effects from too in my videos. But they probably made bank on this. Selling for what? $14 and it went viral? Well, there are 12 more that we could get. At least we got through it. Oh. Tapes on the seat. That's new. Okay, so there are 11 left, I think. Two. Think we're safe. Let's keep going. No! Oh, I missed it. Crap, what did I miss? I didn't look hard enough. Probably the exit sign. 1. Oh, okay. Well, that's hard to miss. Right. Dark Souls reference? With a little duck knight? Is that a bonfire lit? Okay. Oh, we found it. Two. Okay, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. But you never know. Back of the chair, exit sign. The lights are still staggered. Vents, bookshelf. Okay, I don't think anything. Let's keep going. Three. Okay. 3. Again, I don't see anything. This might be another dud. The floor vents are closed, says Samurai Ravan. I mean, that is super granular, dude. That is super granular. Like, they're not going to do something like that, like closing the floor vents and then watch me move forward and that's it or something. No, it can't be that. Were there floor vents on both sides? Yeah, there were. It can't be that. Can it? Oh my God! Oh my God! Was it the floor vents? No. They look exactly the same. I did miss something, but it wasn't the floor vents. What did I miss? The red cube in the statue was different. Oh. Well, it's not different now. Hopefully they'll play that one again so that I can get it. Ooh! Ooh! That freaked me out a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Stanley Parable. What? Okay, no, this is more like Control. Holy crap. Oh. Oh, did we go? Do we jump? Can we jump? Oh, can't jump. Can't fall. Oh, that is so creepy. I love this. Makes me want to play Control all over again. Wow. Right, well, that was an obvious one, so back we go. And we're at 2. Cube. Back of the chair. What? What made that noise? What made that noise? Oh! It was a statue. He came to stab me. We had a weeping angel statue situation. Ah! Freaky, freaky, freaky. Let's get out of here. Three. Right, I am going to look at you two. You aren't doing anything without me seeing it. Okay. Now you got me looking to see if the vents are closed. I think this one's okay. I think we keep going. I've thought that a lot, and I've been wrong a lot. Okay, let's go. I don't see anything. Four. Oh! Oh, you're right. The cube did change. Oh, someone took a bite of the apple. Oh, okay. Chomp, chomp, chomp. You got to eat the core, though. Get the seeds. It's good fiber. That's where all the fiber is. The goodness of an apple is in its core. All right, out we go. Going to 5. There we are. 5. What horrible thing will happen now? Nothing. Okay, I think we keep going. Let's go. Anything else we notice at the last moment? Okay, here we go. Come on, 5. 6, I mean. Yay for 6. I think we're good again. Okay, let's keep going. Access panel, says chat. Access panel? This access panel has always been here with the fire alarm pole. Is there another access panel? I don't see another one. Okay, I think we keep going. Oh, we did miss something. What? What? What did we miss? Oh, Pete's sake. I mean, we've gotten most of them. There are only 40. And at this point, we've found like 32 or 33. The TV screen was circular, says the chat. Is that what it was? The TV screen was circular? Yeah, see, there's a panel here. Think we keep going. Two. You've got me looking at every little thing now. At their backs, at the exit sign. At the panels, behind the chair. The TV screen, is it circular? The vents, are they closed? 3. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 vents. Then there's that vent. And we've got the 4 lights. There are 4 lights. There are 4 lights. Oh. Oh, the ceiling. Oh. The ceiling. Oh. The ceiling shrunk. The ceiling shrunk. Had I just run through, there's no way I would have caught that in time. Only because I lingered did I catch that. Well, we got it. Okay, the ceiling was coming down. That brings us to 3. There are 4 lights. Nothing behind the chair. Exit sign spelled correctly. Nothing behind the statues. 3 vents. 3 vents. 1 door. No apple. Okay, circular screen. I don't see a circular screen. Okay, I think we're good on here. I think we can keep going. Unless something, like the ceiling comes down on me. All right, I think we keep going. Yes. 4. There are 4 lights. There are 6 vents. Nothing behind the chair. Exit spelled correctly. Oh, it's on the different side. Look at that. It used to be there, and now it's there. Oh, clever, clever, clever. All right, well, we're at 4. Let's go to 5. You are wrong. Clearly, there are 5 lights. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, there's a lamp right there. So there are 4 ceiling lights, I should say. Okay, there are 4 ceiling lights. There is 1 lamp. Nothing behind the chair. Exit spelled correctly. Nothing behind the statues. The vents all look the same. Ceiling isn't coming down on me. Panels on the right side. Okay. I think we keep going. Five to six. All right, let's go to 6. Yes. We're at 6. That was a Star Trek joke. I know it was a Star. That's why I said there are 4 lights. Because of the Star Trek reference. But there are 5 lights. So there's 5 lights. There are 4 ceiling lights. Okay, let's look. Behind the chair. Nope. Exit spelled correctly. Behind the statues. Anything in there. On top of there. Do we need to worry about the order of the cassette tapes? Or the VCR tapes, I mean, not the cassette tapes. Probably not. Something behind the TV. And I think we're good here. Sarah says, good news. Green sea turtles are no longer endangered. Oh, is that true? Hey, that's wonderful. That is good news. The lights are still staggered. That's great. Okay, I think we keep going. What? Oh, what did I miss? The Doors says chat. How did I get that wrong? We saw the door right there. The lights were wrong. Were the lights wrong? The lights were always slightly askew. Right? So even here, the lights are staggered a little bit. And it's because that one needs to point at the painting. If we ever find the lights symmetrical, then that would be a problem. Because that would be a deviation. I think we keep going. Oh, I missed something. What did I miss? We must have gotten all the obvious ones, and so now we're down to like the really tricky ones. Are they going to do something stupid like swap the I and the E? Ugh. Okay. All right. We're on 1. We're on 1. We've got the door. The lights are staggered. There are 4 of them. I think we keep going. No. Okay, so these last ones are really tricky. The chair color, says the chat. You think it was the chair color? Honestly, I don't see anything here. The chair color was wrong in the last one, says the chat. Okay. Well, I'm going to memorize this now. It's a vivid beige and burgundy striped pattern. At least now we're on 2. Still got the beige and burgundy striped pattern. Lights are still staggered. I mean, this one is flickering. Is that normal? Yeah, I think that's normal. Exit is spelled correctly. Door is in the right place. 3 vents. Okay, I think let's move on to 3. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No! What was it? We missed. What? Ah! What was it? Books is the chat. There was something on the bookshelf. It's frustrating that we can't go back to the one we were just in to see where we made a mistake. But again, I don't think there's anything off in this room. Like, this one looks normal to me. Let's go on to 2. There were 2 exit signs, says the chat. Oh my God. But I looked at the 2 exit signs. I remember, you're right, there was one there and there was one there. But I looked at it. I guess I should have gotten closer. Oh, you're right, there were 2 exit signs. But this should be 2. No, okay. Wow. I was looking at something wrong right then. Oh, okay, so that's 0. Let's go to 1. Service door handle. Chat was saying something about a service door handle. It's always had a handle. Color. It's the same. Exit signs, it's the same. Service door handle? I think it's always had a handle. And I think we're good here, so let's keep going. Come on, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. Wow. Wow. The light was flickering. Yeah, the light is always flickering. You keep missing the handle. No, look, the handle is right there. It's on the right-hand side. Here's the handle. Exit signs. Color. We've got the stickers, the Mickey Mouse sticker, the Sailor Moon sticker. The handle moves to the left side, says chat. Oh, does it? Books? I'm not seeing any books. 3, 3. The lights are the same. All right, again, for the millionth time, I think this is normal. Wow, I'm just failing. I should just keep going. I should just get to the next room and then immediately turn around. That's what I'm going to do. If I can't see it, I'm just going to turn around. Handle. On the right side. Books. No extra books. Duplicate exit sign. No duplicate exit sign. Same pattern. Number 1. 6 vents. 4 lights. But because every time I've moved forward for the past 10 minutes I've failed, we're going to go back. And this should be 2. No! No! The one time I turned back. Ah. Ah! This is awful. We're at the point now where everything is hard and not obvious. Still on the right. Oh, duplicate exit sign. Look at that. There we go. Okay, we found the duplicate exit sign. Okay, that brings us to 2. That one's done. Now, handle on the right side. Any extra books? We already found that one extra book. Different color for the lounger. No different color for the lounger. Lights in the right spot. Lights in the right spot. Pointed the right direction. This light does keep flickering. And it's the only one that does it. But I'm looking at it right now, so if that's it, we caught it. Looking behind the chair, not seeing anything behind the chair. Vents on the ground. We looked at the vents on the ground. Statues don't look any different. I think we need to keep moving. Because this looks the same. Samurai Revan says, be sure to check the wires and the sign too. Well, yeah, but check them for what? I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 coils and 2 boxes. 4 coils and 2 boxes. But how do I, like... I mean, they're all connected. Ugh. Yes, 3. 4 coils, 2 boxes. Spelled correctly. Light on. Same color. Handle on the wrong side. Oh my God, you guys were right. Look at that. The handle is on the left side this time. I don't think I would have found that. I don't think I would have noticed that on my own. Thank you, chat. Okay, we got the duplicate exit sign. We got the handle. We just need to get the different color of the lounger. And we're on 4. Okay, the lounger looks the same. 4 coils, 2 boxes, 4 lights, lit lamp. I think we keep going. Okay, here we go. Come on, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Yes! 5. Same color chair. Like, do I need to worry about which way the books are leaning? Because there are a couple that are leaning and forming big gaps, but I don't need to memorize that, surely. Because that would be insane. 4 coils, 2 boxes. Wasn't the E connected to... The V isn't connected to power. Oh my God. I can't believe that's it. The V isn't connected to power. B and E are connected to that box. L and I are connected to that box. E and E are connected to that box. V isn't connected to power. Holy crap. 6. Give me 6. Yeah, look at that. See, they're all connected. It goes B to E to L to I. And then E, V, and E are connected. Wow. All right. Well, we got it. All right, same color of the chair. Gosh, if they could do something like that. They could do anything, man. 6 vents, 4 lights, 1 askew, nothing behind, no exit signs. Oh my God, I think we go straight. I think we go straight. Okay, here I go. The TV isn't plugged in, says chat. Well, yeah, but I don't think it was plugged in. I mean, even these aren't plugged in. There's no outlet. Oh, no. What was it? I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I've been doing this for a long time, and we've gotten most of them. Yes, even that light is flickering now. I think that's just an engine issue. Ooh. There was one in there. But what was it? Oh. Usually the lights are... The only one that's off is that one. But no, those two are off now too. I think I found it. Those 2 lights are askew. No, that wasn't it. They're always askew. Here I am thinking I'm smart, and I finally figured it out. But that's the way they always are. The lights are always misaligned. Those are always misaligned. And those are misaligned too. Ah. I think we go. No. Yeah, so this is 0. So this is the way it's supposed to be. These 2 are always inside. This one is, these 2 are on the line And this one is pushed up close to the line, and this one's on the other side of the line. The rug was a different color, says chat. Is that what it was? Oh, this is a different color. It's blue and white instead of maroon and white. Ha 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 ha. Yes. See, it was maroon and white. Okay, well, now what? Okay, I think we can move on. I don't see anything here. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1. Then 4 lights. All right, I'm going to keep going. Yes. Okay. Lights are askew. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All connected. 4 coils, 2 boxes. Maroon and beige. It's the same pattern on the rug. Books look askew in about the same place, I think. I mean, that's all that's left. We've seen everything else change, but the way that the books are leaning is like the only thing that hasn't changed. Which makes me think that that's it. Well, either way, we'll find out. No! No, that's the same. Samurai Revan says he thinks there's one left. Yeah, that looks the same. Ooh. What? Okay, I'm done. I got to give up now. That's enough. I think we got them all but one, and this last one is driving me crazy. Well, what a fun little game. What an interesting little game. That little cat rave was perfect. It was beautiful. And I had a lot of fun finding all of these strange little things in the gallery. But I'm not going to keep doing this over and over and over again. Thanks, everybody, for watching Scotch and Smoke Rings. Hope you enjoyed Fallout Day. Hope you enjoyed the show today. Lots more Fallout content to come. I'm working on a new video that I don't think I'll have done this weekend, but I'm hoping for next weekend. That's my plan there. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you soon with more lore videos and more live streams. Bye-bye now.